Peace and love, y'all. It's your girl, Divine Priestess, tapping back in with y'all with more messages from Spirit. Just a little tarot wisdom with the Divine Priestess, and you already know what time it is. Happy New Year. It's 2025. Even though we know that, technically springtime is when we start the new year, but you know what? It's 2025 according to the Matrix, y'all. So what's up? Hey, the King Wayne. Hey, Eric the Viking. Hey, Kimmy, Kamila, hey Roddy, 2024. Thank y'all so much for joining the live. Yes, y'all. So I'm kind of doing things a little different today. Normally, I kind of know where I'm going with things and everything, but I wanted to start off 2025 with connecting with the viewers that watch me during my lives and check out my content. It's like I really want to interact and vibe with y'all, and I also want to open up a doorway for people to share their testimony, because 2024 was a fucking year. Okay, 2024 was a year of awakening. 2024 was a year of realization, right? Being able to tap into self. Happy New Year. You are a beautiful soul. Thank you so much, Eric the Viking 1987. I really appreciate you, love. Hey, Distinct Third. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. So yes, y'all, that's all it's about. Hi, I am Chaos. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. Yeah, that is what this is about. I want to open up the doorways for people to share their testimony about 2024. And I also want to share mine as well. You see what I'm saying? Because I went through a lot, and it takes a lot of vulnerability for us to be able to, kind of talk through what we went through. But the reality is, a lot of the things that we went through built us up, made us stronger. Happy New Year. I am Chaos. Yeah, it's like we went through so much, and it may not just have been about 2024, because ever since fucking 2020, y'all, we've been in this fucking, chaos in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But there's also been that freedom on the other side, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we can always see the silver lining when we're going through stressful times and things like that, y'all. But like 2025 just feels different. I don't know if y'all woke up in 2025 and you felt motivated, you felt inspired, you felt like, I don't know, something feels good, but that's how 2025 has felt to me thus far. And I know that, y'all, there's going to be so much fear mongering, right? There's going to be so much things trying to distract us to make us feel like we're still in the old timeline. We're still in 2024 and before, you see what I'm saying, where things were chaotic, right? We're talking about wars. We're talking about all this craziness that's going on across the world, and, the weather, right? All of these crazy things that are happening that's creating chaos in certain states and things like that. It's like we're all taking a look at this all at the same time, and it's kind of overwhelming a little bit of all these things that are going on, but it's all a fucking distraction, y'all, because God, the universe, like there's just this alignment where we are all elevating, we're evolving, we're ascending, we're becoming more spiritually evolved, we're becoming more aware of source and God and the power that, flows throughout all of us. And we're starting to recognize the power that we have when we connect to that source. And like, there's just a lot of things happening with the age of the Aquarius, is that they're not wanting us to evolve and be empowered by this energy, y'all. Like, I remember during, like, I don't know if it was actually 2020, but I just remember that viral message that we had received a few years back, that it's like, okay, everybody about to get their powers. Everybody's superpowers about to be activated. You see what I'm saying? Like, we were moving somewhere differently in the galaxy, as far as just how we're closer to the sun and all of these different things that are happening on a level beyond our understanding, right? But when we start to look at these different, I call them ethereal forecasts, right? When we're able to tap into like the stars and the moon, and we're in the age of the Aquarius, Pluto has entered Aquarius. There's all these eclipses, these full moons, all of these things that have a representation of something, right? And when we follow these things, it gives us more clarity, more understanding about what we should be focused moving forward, right? And a lot of the focus has been truth, authenticity, right? It's been spiritual awareness. It's highlighting the darkness that we've gone through, not ignoring our shadow side, bringing our shadow side to the light. So that way we can empower ourselves and we can utilize even our darkness for the light, right? Use it for the good of what we're trying to manifest, what we're trying to create, instead of letting our darkness be our demise, okay? That is what we've done thus far, is let our darkness be our demise, because we're not highlighting the darkness and transmuting it, right? So everything thus far, 2024, I don't know for y'all, but for me, it certainly was a dark year. It was a dark year, but because of the light that I kept lit within myself, I was able to lead myself out of that darkness. And now my light is even brighter and it can't be dimmed. And now I actually recognize in full capacity who I am. You know, what I have been through and why I had to go through those things, why it has made me stronger, right? And now it's giving me more purpose, right? It's giving me more, hey, 2-3 vibes. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. Now, Happy New Year. Yes, it's giving me more purpose now because I was able to look at that shadow side and correct those things that may have been hindering me before, because I wasn't able to shine the light on it to say, you know what? I recognize this darkness. I recognize these flaws in me that I can just continue to ignore it and allow it to lead me in the wrong direction, or I can highlight this and I can say, you know what, I need to work on this, right? You know, one of the flaws that I would say that I struggled with in my past was codependency. Okay, codependency will lead you down a deep dark hole, because you like, instead of having all of your faith in the Most High and knowing like, shit, I don't give a fuck if I didn't have a dime, a person to call on. I know that I could always go to God and He's always going to empower me and give me exactly what I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, before that, even though my faith, I had strong faith in God, right? Before, it was still this concept that I needed people. I need this person. I need that person, you know, for whatever that reason was. And now that I've went through 2024, right? God completely separated me from others to show me that no, you don't need anyone but me. You see what I'm saying? And because I went through that experience, it gave me this power. Like, my superpower has been activated now, because now I see things clearly for what it is. Okay. Eric the Viking says 2024 was a really up and down year, but overall it was amazing because I had a massive spiritual awakening during the solar eclipse. And in, what is that? Is that is that Louisiana? New Orleans, right? In April. Happy New Year. Thank you so much, love. So yes, well, that is beautiful, Eric. I'm so proud that you went through this massive spiritual awakening, right? Oh yes, I remember the solar eclipse. That was very significant for me as well. I remember actually being out looking at the solar eclipse, and y'all, like, I was trying to like squint my eyes, and like, you know, I felt like a little kid, because like, you know, when they used to tell you when you was a kid, don't look in the sun because you'll go blind, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, I'm over here like, you know, like I got superpowers, can't nothing, you know what I'm saying? I literally was like looking, but I was squinting. Because I've done sun gazing, but you normally do that at like 6-7 o'clock in the morning when the sun isn't so powerful and so strong. So yes, I tried to do that, and y'all, it did really fuck with my eyesight. So I was like, see, now let me stop getting too big for my britches, okay? Because there's just certain things that just, you know, it's just scientifically proven, and you got to pay attention to certain things like that. Hey, Moneybag Monty, thank you so much for the live. Eric the Viking 1987 said, check out my reel. It was unexplainable. I most certainly will tap into that for sure. But yes, that's so powerful that you brought that up, because yes, that solar eclipse, I remember, and it was so powerful. And like I said, it was in alignment with everything that we were just talking about. Our awakening, our ascension, okay? Us uplifting ourselves out of, right? We had been blocking ourselves prior because we had been binding ourselves to unhealthy, toxic things, people, places, bad habits, right? We weren't recognizing, you know, we had to evolve out of some of the old mindsets, and all of these things played a role, right? But y'all, I want to get into my testimony because I had such a paranormal, like, I'll say that it was very paranormal, very, you know, if people will call it paranormal or, you know, supernatural, if you will, okay? Because it definitely involved people who were into black magic, okay? Witches and warlocks and things of this sort, you know what I'm saying? So this is like, when you go into situations naive to spirituality, and you go into situations naive to the fact that there are people out here in the world that will go against other people's free will to get what they desire, and they will utilize magical means to do so. And I know it sounds so, you know, wicked, right? It sounds so fairy tale movie, but the reality is that we get so caught up in the fairy tale realm of the world and the Netflix and the Hulus, and we watching all these shows, and we don't realize that it's based on real shit. Okay, spirituality is real. So like, when you have a paranormal activity or some type of supernatural experience, right, you automatically let fear take the lead, and you don't allow yourself to process what the fuck is going on. You kind of be in denial and everything like that. Hey, Sapna J. Araman. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. And I hope I, you know, pronounced that properly. But yes, you know, when you have paranormal experiences, when you have supernatural experiences, if you don't have a strong mind, you will allow your mind to, because your mind is made, right? Your brain is made to protect you. And when there's just like certain things your brain cannot fathom, it will shut that shit down, because it's like, what the fuck is this? I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be in a place where you're ready to accept the supernatural, the paranormal, to understand that, yes, crazy shit will happen. And if I don't have understanding to it, then I'm not using my intuition. I'm not using, you know, my wisdom and everything to really get down to the bottom of what's going on. Hey, Adira Hawaii, thank you so much for joining the live, love. So yes, y'all, my experience was dating someone, right? And when I first got into this relationship with this person, there were a lot of red flags. There was a lot of signs that I should have paid attention to that would have pointed to black magic, that would have pointed to, you know, somebody doing something paranormal and things like that. Hi, honey. So yes, at the end of the day, like, it was crazy because I was deep into spirituality, right? But I had never actively been under any type of love spells or anything like that I had known of, right? I had never, like, that was one thing I used to talk to about my other spiritual friends. Like, I would tell them, like, you know, yeah, I'm quite spiritual, but like, as far as paranormal activity and things like that, I haven't experienced a lot of that. Like, you know, I grew up in a household where, like, my mother or my sister, they would actually see, you know, they would see, what do they call them? Premonitions? Not premonition. A premonition is more like predicting something. Apparition. That's the word I'm looking for, y'all. Like an apparition, which is just, you know, like, I guess people would say a ghost or a spirit, you know what I'm saying? But like, my sister, my mother would be more experienced in those types of things when we was growing up, but I didn't really get to experience that. Hey, I am George Soul. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. So yes, like, at the end of the day, I would always kind of think like, damn, like, I never got an opportunity to experience that. Hey, Queen Baby, thank you so much for joining the live, love. So it's like, yeah, I never experienced that when it came to like paranormal activity and stuff like that. So once I got into the experience of my ex, hey, beautiful, I miss you. So yes, like once I got with my ex, y'all, and like in the beginning of our relationship, it kind of hit it off real quick. But he was somebody that I knew from high school, so that was a part of it, right? But also the other part of it was that he was my friend, and it started off just a innocent friendship on my end, right? But the whole time, apparently he's plotting on me, right? But I don't know this. Yeah. Talk about red flag. It took me a minute to process the tattoo that said demon on her ass with an upside down cross. What the fuck? Eric the Viking. That's a lot. Yeah, that should have been, after that, you should have known exactly what time it was, okay? But yes, I feel you. Like, sometimes the signs are so obvious, right? Because I've dated guys with devious, demonic, low vibrational tattoos, but it's so normal, right? It's so normalized for people to get tattoos that skeletons and the Grim Reaper and, you know what I'm saying? Like, these dark things. And so when you see it tattooed on somebody, you don't think of it, as like, oh, you must worship the devil or something's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't look at it like that, right? But what I'll say is that, like you, I was targeted. Yes, exactly. It was like, that's exactly what it felt like, because in the beginning of us dealing with each other, it was a lot of synchronicity that was happening. And, this person knew how spiritual I was. So, of course, if I'm seeing synchronicity, I'm very tapped in with the Most High. So if I'm seeing a lot of synchronicities, I'm automatically chopping it up to like, oh my gosh, God, like you're trying to show me a sign. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, oh, this is divine union. This is, divine partnership. Let me dig deeper into this. You know what I'm saying? I even had a homegirl do a tarot reading for me to kind of tap in and see like, oh, are we connected and everything? So everything was showing that we were in alignment. It came through that, oh, we knew we were like past life lovers and all of this stuff, right? But y'all, that's another red flag. Just because somebody comes and you get some reading that say that, oh, y'all was together in a past life, that does not mean shit, because at the end of the day, that person could have been your fucking enemy in a past life. That person could have been coming from the past life to come and ruin your fucking life in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying? After they ruined your life in the last one. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta be vigilant and be aware of around people, especially when they spiritual, and especially when they talk about past life, especially all of this, because here's the thing. When people are spiritual, you don't know what their spiritual intent is. You don't know that their spiritual intent is they can possibly seek something in you that you don't even see in yourself yet, because maybe they're more spiritually gifted than you. Maybe they can read your Akashic records. Maybe they know exactly what the fuck you're destined for. You see what I'm saying? And they want to bait and switch and flip the script on your ass. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Bliss Palace Inc. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. So anyway, now before spirituality was an invite to say, oh my gosh, we think alike. We're on the same page. We're connected to something higher, But now spirituality is like, okay, great. Okay, but we got to still see if we're still in alignment spiritually, because that don't mean we still believe in the same spiritual shit. You feel me? They've been after you in every lifetime, but you saw their shift this time. Facts, okay? And Adira Huey says, is that like what destiny swapping is about? Yes, that is exactly what destiny swapping is about. And a lot of people who have the ability to see your, they may be able to see your Akashic records. They can see your auric. They can see your aura. They can see different things. And it all depends on what their spiritual gifts are. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of times people can spiritually spy on you. You see what I'm saying? And then they may see a benefit to manipulating you behind the scene through spiritual means, okay? And God, they could be guiding you, and without you even fucking knowing it, because they're using black magic, right? And if you're a spiritual person, you might take that black magic as synchronicity. You might take it as like, oh, look at that, right? Because that's what happened in my relationship. What? Who threatened? Who threatened? Keep your guard up. Like you, I was targeted, a mark. Keep your guard up. Facts. They've been after you in every lifetime, but you saw this shit. You saw their shit this time. Is that like what destiny swapping is? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to catch up because I see when they try, they lose a piece of themselves, then can't get it back without healing. And then Eric, the Viking, said, stop the threats. I'm untouchable and I'm straight. Big facts. You gotta affirm that shit. But we all untouchable and we all straight, right? But it's the thought still about having this awareness, right? Follow the sound. But yes, it's all love, y'all. But yeah, don't take anything offensively because this is all love. This is all we only generating positive energy on this live. So I don't even see how anything got taken out of context, but it's all good, you know. Let's keep the energy high vibes. Hey, follow the sound. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, right? My point is just to say that, you know, we come to a realization of our spiritual power, and some people who are spiritual don't have good intentions with their spiritual powers, and they want to utilize their spiritual power to control people around them for their benefit, right? And so, you know, with that being said, I dated someone who was on that type of time. You see what I'm saying? And this person did that to me. In the beginning, there was a lot of synchronicity that was going on that made me feel like, yeah, this was meant, we were supposed to be together, right? Y'all, we had seen fucking stars. We seen stars like moving. And of course, you know, it could have just been UFO. It may not have been stars. What it appeared to be in the sky was some two fucking stars just moving apart. We both seen it. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, you know, we kept seeing shit like that all the time together, right? And then like I remember him being like, oh yeah, you're gonna see a UFO, shooting star, and fireworks by like he just called it like that. And on everything I love, y'all, within the next day or two, exactly what he said we saw that, okay? And it was crazy about it is like when we saw what he said we were going to see, it was at a place that it was my idea to go to that he had never been to. And we go and it's like, oh my gosh, you fucking said we was going to see this shit. You feel me? So it's like, y'all, when certain shit is happening and it's very like out of body, right? Very like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, God is miraculous. God be making shit happen. But also people who practice black magic, things like that can also happen. Okay? Things like that can also happen. People can do shit and use voodoo, go do spells and shit like that. And then they can create a miraculous experience through using magic, okay? So this is the way that somebody who might be love bombing you would be able to have control over you, right? They would love bomb you, or not love bomb, but yeah, love bomb, right? But then on top of that, then you got all these synchronicities reaffirming that, okay, yeah, this is it. This is my person. When in reality, this person probably is showing you red flags as well, right? That are showing you that, I don't know, this might not be. Because here's the thing, like I knew that I have a divine counterpart and I want to be with somebody that is God sent. You see what I'm saying? So it was like I opened up in this relationship with my spirituality, with the fact that I want to connect to somebody who is also connected to God. And this person really played the role very well, that they were also tapped into the Most High. You see what I'm saying? But like one of those red flags was when I seen he was watching TD Jakes. Okay? Because it's like that's a different type of spirituality that I don't get involved in. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that should have been a red flag to me. But it's like, you know what's so funny? It was like right before all this shit with TD Jakes happened. And so I felt weird about it. And I was like, yo, I suggested that we watch something else. You know, someone else that was also inspirational, empowering. But it wasn't, you know, the energy that I was getting off of him, right? And then basically a few weeks later, all of that shit came out about TD Jakes. And it was just like, that's what I'm saying is like, I didn't even catch that then, you know what I'm saying? But I should have paid attention to that too, because I'm like, the fact that even made me feel weird is like, we got to start paying attention to that emotional shift within us when certain things hit us a certain kind of way. You see what I'm saying? It's like, oh damn, something made me feeling weird. You see what I'm saying? And I followed it enough to tell him, let's watch some different shit, right? But not enough to see later on that I should have paid attention to that as well. And there's so many red flags that I look past because of the black magic, because of the love spell, because of the fucking fireworks and the fucking stars moving and the UFOs, all of that, right? When you see shit that is like, you in your mind, nobody can control besides God, right? But there's people who break spiritual law and they try to go and they do shit against people's free will. And, that's a very demonic spirit. You see what I'm saying? To be able to go against somebody's free will, to create optical illusions, to manipulate them and make them make decisions that are not in alignment with their spirit, with their truth, okay? So let's see. Adira says, like it's too good to be true with weird energy. This is explaining a lot about my narcissistic ex from before my spiritual awakening. A lot of ignoring those weird emotional shifts. Like I had the right thoughts, but I always stopped because of the synchronicity. Yes, okay? And that's what it is. I'm telling y'all, because it's like our intuition got to play the role all the time. We always have to be tapped into our intuition. And like, yes, synchronicities can, if it's somebody utilizing that, right, it's very easy to be confused and to think that synchronicity means one thing, but it means another, right? Let me give y'all an example. This ex, right, we moved in together and I ended up moving into his crib with him. And there was this owl figurine, or it was more like a patio decorative like statue, but it was an owl. And owls are very significant to me because my great grandmother, she always kept owl like figurines and stuff like that, and like little decorations and stuff. She was really tapped into owls, and owls represent my ancestors, my great grandmother and stuff like that. So like I was looking at it like it was just another sign to show me that I was doing the right thing by moving in with him, because I'm like, even though that was probably just my grandmother let me know that regardless, she's watching over me, she's protecting me as my ancestor, she's covered. So even though I was in the situation that I was in, I was connected to somebody that was demonic, that was going against my free will, playing in magic. Even though that was the case, my ancestors were still protecting me and covering me, and was still showing me, it was like sometimes we still gotta go through certain things, even though it's showing that it's bad, right? It's showing that it's bad. But sometimes we're supposed to fucking experience that shit, because it's going to be a lesson. There's going to be something that gets uncovered through that. There's going to be something that you go through, right, that is going to give you this level of next level awareness or something. So sometimes you got to still go through that darkness. You see what I'm saying? So hey, Amber Braden 84, thank you so much for joining the live, love. And hey, let me get thank you so much for joining the live, love. Yes, that relationship ending was a catalyst to my spiritual awakening. That part, y'all. So that's what God will do, right? God will put you with the darkest, most demonic, ugliest spirit, soul. Like God will put you with somebody who is the complete opposite of you, right? And because it's like, first of all, a lot of us healers, empaths, or like a lot of, they call us the wounded healers, stuff like that. A lot of us went through a lot of darkness in our youth, went through a lot of fucked up shit when we were younger. So that way God was almost preparing us for what we were going to have to go through when we got older. So because it was like a path that we had to walk through to become like almost activated in a sense, to wake us up of what our purpose is, why we're really here. Why did we get all of this mistreatment? Why did we get people that always wanted to just manipulate us, use us and abuse us and disrespect us and make us feel like we weren't worthy, make us feel like whatever came along with dealing with that narcissist, or whatever came along, even because a lot of our first narcissist was our dad, was our mom, was our grandmother, was somebody that was near and dear, super close, that we were obligated to love. We were obligated to feel connected to, and we had to endure and take in all of that low vibrational negativity. Damn it, I hate when that happens. That I'll take in all that low vibrational negativity, right? And so now we realize that we aren't. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get distracted because I'm trying to move this in a way. But yeah, like we get to that point where we have to go through that extreme darkness for us to see ourselves clearly, right? And it's like it takes us, and then also too, right? Because especially during a spiritual awakening, right? Because I know, like, okay, because what I struggle with the most through my spiritual growth was feeling like, because I wasn't having any type of quote unquote paranormal activity, you know what I'm saying? Or like, because to me, like in the beginning, like when I look at spirituality, I think about people who are that powerful that, they have this ability, right? But we have made spirituality so fucking fairy tale and mystical that it's like we can't see it if it doesn't have that mysticism about it, which naturally is just going to have that because of the way that the universe works is just mystical and miraculous. You see what I'm saying? So it's like magic is also miraculous, right? But it's like if you never experienced it in a sense, then you can kind of be conflicted because you're expecting a certain type of outcome from spirituality that you're not receiving. So it was like, for me, what it was to make me have this level of awareness that I do now was that I had to be faced. I had to look at the demon in the face, right? And like, I had more than one experience where I physically seen somebody shapeshift right in front of me, right? And now that I'm seeing this shape-shifting experience, now my mind is like, okay, what the fuck is going on? What is this? You see what I'm saying? And it's like I had to process that because I had never experienced anything like that before in my life. So it was like, now here I am. And because it had something to do with someone else who wants to remain hidden, right? Doesn't want me to see the multiple masks that he has. Doesn't want me to see that he's a fucking draconian, fucking reptilian shapeshifter or whatever the fuck. Okay, you don't have to be any of that. But if you indulge in black magic, if you indulge in things where now you got all these fucking demon attachments or whatever, you could appear to look like, you are a shapeshifter or whatever. Either way it goes, y'all, spirituality. And if your vibration is super low, you can have all type of entities and deities or any type of low vibration that exists on that frequency to enter your body, right? And then not to discount even just the fact that a lot of people these days are really promiscuous. So on top of that, you're out here collecting souls and spirits that way as well. So then, yeah, it's going to be easy for you to have all these attachments and low vibrational attachments and stuff. And it's like when they're preying on people like us, right? It's because they need to feed those demons. They need to feed those attachments because they're latching onto them, and it's like they choose people like us because we fuel them the best, right? So it's like we got to pay attention to things like that. But it was like it was just such a humbling experience almost, because it was like when the table flipped and I was able to actually see that, oh my gosh, this person has been performing black magic over me, has been manipulating, creating smoke and mirrors around me. And this whole time I have been blinded and I have not seen things for the fucking reality that it fucking is. You see what I'm saying? Adira says, yes, in the family. Yes, it was the chronic conditioning. Exactly. Chronic conditioning to keep low vibrational, so was being psychically attacked, but didn't know it. Thought everything was my fault. Yes, and that's what it was meant to do. Like moth to the light. We're like light, and so many things come toward us. Big facts. And that's exactly what it was supposed to do. Like you said, it's supposed to, so that, like you said, we grow up in a narcissistic family that's low vibrational, so we're getting groomed, right? Where it's like we're getting groomed to to have low confidence, right? To not know ourselves, to be like, oh, think less than ourselves, to always put ourselves on the back burner, right? To put everybody else first and to serve all of their demonic needs, as their fuel, right? As their source and things like that. But that's what a light fucking went off and realized that, bitch, I refuse to be fucking demon food for you motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be the fuel to that fire. I'm not going to do that. So it was like the awakening was when, it's like, because what'll happen is sometimes is these people will be very, very arrogant. Very, very. Hey, Michi Long. Thank you so much. Or I'm sorry, Michelle. Hey, Michelle Long. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. But yeah, it's like, damn, I lost my train of thought where I was going with that. But I thought I was worth less than nothing at my lowest, and that lasted for nearly 2 decades. Raising my vibration happened naturally with the spiritual awakening. Yes, sis, exactly. And that's what will happen, because we'll be so invested, right? Emotionally, we'll be giving our all. We'll be doing everything to uplift and empower. This is where the bait and switch and the destiny swapping happens, because we'll be so invested pouring all of our energy into a motherfucker who's just a fucking empty portal, just sucking it all up, not using it, not being able to reciprocate the energy. So it's like, now you're all used the fuck up and drained the fuck up and don't have anything to even fuel your fucking self. Now you're sitting there low confidence, right? And that's the thing too, is like they sit there and be like, oh no, they'll sit there and want you to literally not love on yourself, not do any type of self-reflection to see like, why am I feeling like this? It's like they want you to be broken down and think, but in the same way, it's like it's still a brain fuck, because they're making it seem like through narcissism, right? The love bombing, then they'll find a way to turn it on you to make it seem like it's your fault, or you're tripping, or you didn't, it's the bait and switch, because that's what will happen is that now, because you're somebody who tries to make sense of things, right? You want to communicate properly. You want to go about things maturely. You want to handle the conversation how it's supposed to be, right? But they're sitting up there fucking gaslighting you, making you feel like misunderstood, like nobody fucking understands where you're coming from. Like, oh, now, because another thing that they'll do is gang stalk you. They'll have fucking flying monkeys, and then not only are they treating you a different way, now they got other people that you don't even know may even be fucking involved, acting a certain type of way towards you. So now not only are you like, what's wrong with me? What is going on? Like, they're trying to fucking drive you crazy and make you feel like you're just over life, because you just feel like it's just, for whatever reason, it ain't for you. You see what I'm saying? Hi, Original Pretty P. Thank you for joining the live, love. Adira says, and they use sexual assault within the relationship as spiritual warfare. They made me feel crazy with the bait and switch. Wow, yes. Yes, they will use sexual assault. And another way that they use sexual assault is by making you feel not worthy, right? Sexually. And that's why a lot of these men be out here trying to fuck you real fast, trying to get up in your ass. Like, all of these things these men will do just to turn around and try to degrade you about it. Make you feel bad that, bitch, I just gave you some motherfucking pussy, bitch. You should be motherfucking happy. You should be motherfucking appreciative. But no, these niggas want to make it seem like, now they want to turn their nose up at you because you showing them some love. Like, this is the mindset. This is demonic. This is gaslighting. This is what this shit is. These are demons that are playing on these niggas that try to play on your mindset to make you feel like you're not fucking valuable. Like, you don't fucking deserve, like, you don't deserve these demon ass niggas though. But see, the thing about it is, it's like they know the light in you. And it's like they might not even know it because their demons are guiding them. So they may not even realize that what they're doing or why they're doing it. right? They may not really recognize that, but the demons within them are certainly driving them to specific people, so they can try to suck up all your light and make you feel less worthy. You see what I'm saying? Original Pretty P said, they really don't like women. They have mommy issues. Yes, demons. Big facts. And let me get us Original Pretty P to Original Pretty P says, they don't like themselves. Big facts, all of that shit. And that's the thing about any demon, right? It's like, because you decided that you wanted to allow fear, allow hate, allow hurt to guide you, because a lot of these motherfuckers be hurt. And I understand, because I just had a live the other day where I was talking about it wasn't fair that if we were abused as kids, it was not fair, even for the narcissist who was abused and neglected. And you know, a lot of these narcissists, they parents were narcissists and everything like that, right? But here's the thing. I'm not making excuses for them, because at the end of the day, so did we. We experienced the same type of darkness and bullshit, but we found a way to get ourselves out of that. We still kept the light within us. We still kept the fact that God wanted us to stay and never give up on the love. And so we continue to desire love. We continue to still have love for others and ourselves, even when people continue to show us over and over again that we weren't being appreciated, that we weren't being loved, that we were being degraded, that we were being deceived, that we were being... But all of that really, though, was because your power was really seen. And it was all they wanted to do was extract that from you. So that's the way that you bait and switch. You got to break a bitch down. You see, you know how they say they got build you up to break you down. That's what these motherfuckers will do to get in the position to have that control over you, because they, in a sense, spiritually, right, they know your power, even if consciously they don't know it. The demonic spirits on them do. So sometimes, right, you'll be dealing with toxic drama with certain people, and it's like they're not taking accountability for their demons. They're not taking accountability for the fucked up shit that they do in life. And those are the same people who will be the ones projecting this shit onto you. So that's why it's our responsibility to hold motherfuckers accountable. And when we see that motherfuckers ain't moving right, we not going to turn the fucking blind eye and act like, oh, okay. Well, because, bitch, if you'll do it to them, you'll do it to me. We got to start holding these motherfuckers accountable, because that's why these motherfuckers be so comfortable and so cool with getting away with the bullshit that they fucking get away with, because we've groomed them, in a sense, to be allowed to do this shit. Because now, you know, we laugh about Future being the toxic king, and we laugh, and we grew up listening to this toxic music, and we've grown to accept demon time. We've grown to accept all of this shit that we should be frowning upon and not letting motherfuckers have control over us for these reasons. Hey, Made by Glide, thank you so much for joining the live, love. So yeah, that's so important, because otherwise this is how these people have power over us, and this is how we allow these motherfuckers to place black magic and be able to, because our words are spells. People don't realize how powerful the word is. But if I sit here and I say something to you so passionate, right, and it's like, it could be a fucking lie, right? But if you believe the shit, it's your truth now. You see what I'm saying? Now you're taking that truth and it's your perspective now. Now your perspective is guiding your actions now. Now your actions are a reflection of who you are now. You see what I'm saying? Do you see? Do you get how that shit fucking works? You see what I'm saying? So it's about us taking our power back, and also recognizing when people are abusing their power. We calling that shit out, bitch. 2025 ain't got no mercy for you hoes. Like, here's the thing, too. I be sparing bitches so fucking much. I be sparing bitches and sparing niggas, because I see motherfuckers exactly who the fuck they really are. And it's like, but I also accept the fact that, you know what? I'm not gonna be the person out here like, oh, I'm gonna call you out. Because that's just not even the spirit that I have to want to like put people on blast. But the reality is, it's time to put motherfuckers on blast, because it's just like, You bitches need to learn how to, you're gonna fucking take accountability, bitch. Play with somebody your own motherfucking size, nigga. I'm a motherfucking grown-ass woman, okay? And I got God flowing all through my spirit. You see what I'm saying? And God be guiding me, moving me out the way of you motherfucking lame-ass niggas and bitches that be on that hating-ass shit and be out behind the scene trying to play with magic and trying to control situations and outcomes and things like that. But God gonna have something for all of y'all. Like, I'm never out here seeking revenge. I'm never out here. But when it comes to me speaking my truth, it's gonna happen. And I don't care who it affects and how it makes you feel about your fucking reputation or none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, motherfuckers, that's the reason why people be so motherfucking comfortable. Because ain't nobody holding bitches accountable for their actions and shit like that. And we just keep laughing. Like when motherfuckers is doing shady shit, you know what I'm saying, and funny shit to other people, I don't think that that's cool at all. Like, I'll never be the one sitting there standing on the sidelines, seeing some shady shit go down, seeing a motherfucker do some funny shit, and I'm just sitting there partaking and participating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to remove myself around clown-ass motherfuckers like that, because why are we doing shady, fucked up shit to people? Why aren't we so invested in ourselves that we want to uplift and empower ourselves so much that we can do that for other people? Why do we have so much free time to try to make somebody else look bad, to try to make somebody else, try to ruin somebody else's reputation? Things like that. We don't have enough time and energy to play those types of games with people. You see what I'm saying? Yes. 2025, we speak our truth unapologetically. Period, Adira. Okay? She said, leave the clowns at the circus. Big facts. Hey, Makeup by London. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. But yeah, like, that's kind of been my ordeal. Like, I was even kind of like, not really wanting to go live, it's not that I didn't want to go live. I wanted to go live, right? But I wanted to have this conversation. And like I said, it's about the testimony, right? The testimony is what is going to empower not only you, right, by you telling your story, but also highlighting what you learned from your story, right? My point is not to just say, like, you bitches need to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not about them, right? It's not really about them, because a demon gonna be a demon. You see what I'm saying? It's not even about them, but it's about you speaking your truth. It's about you speaking your truth and not letting that throat chakra be unblocked, because that's exactly what they want for you to do, right? A motherfucker that's been trying to play on your top like that, behind the scene, black magic, all of this shit, destiny swapping or whatever, they would love for you to shut the fuck up and stay quiet and not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it's for your benefit to speak about your truth and to put it out there, because like I say, it's about accountability, and it's about, like I said, spiritual, also karma in spirituality. So it's like, you gotta stand on your business about who you are and not letting people define you, right? Not letting people tell your motherfucking story. Because yeah, everything that I went through, even though it was like I said, one of the most craziest paranormal, supernatural, like one of the most supernatural experiences I've had in my life, like, because part of me don't want to tell the story, because a lot of people's mindsets don't even go that far. A lot of people's mindsets don't have an understanding of the spiritual realm. A lot of people can't even comprehend a lot of the shit that I experienced in 2024. So it's like, I struggle between what I want to share and what I don't want to share, just because I feel like, and not everybody is, mentally and spiritually evolved to that point where they would really resonate and relate to my story. So I've also been very strategic about how and when I share my story and things like that. But, I do every now and then, I drop a little few things here or there, you know what I'm saying? But the highlight moments, like I said, was the deception, was, the little things that were happening behind the scene. And like I said, paranormal stuff, it took for me to actually experience that, for me to be like, wow, hold on, this shit is even deeper than what I thought it was. And now I see people doing things in a spiritual level that it crosses boundaries. It crosses spiritual boundaries and things like that. And so when you recognize that, you start to look deeper into like, okay, is that what I'm trying to sort out, like, what is going on here? Okay, I'm trying to figure out, is this person, coming from a good place? I don't know. It's just so much going on. Hold on, Marley. Hold on. I'll be right out. But yeah, so at the end of the day, it's like when people decide that they are going to utilize these memes to manipulate you, that is, like I said, next level diabolical, you know what I'm saying? Because you're actually going out of the realms of spiritual law and everything, and you're deciding that I'm going to go around karma. I'm going to go around all of this, these universal laws. I'm gonna go around all of this stuff and do what I want to do for me. You know what I'm saying? To either, like I said, like destiny swapping is just kind of like swapping karma in a sense. Like it's like a person wants you to live their misery for them. You see what I'm saying? That's what destiny swapping is. And a lot of narcissists have accumulated so much negativity that their karma is so, they're not even going to be able to recover this timeline, right? This lifetime. They might have karma going on for the next few lifetimes. Who knows, right? But these motherfuckers be really trying it, okay? They will really go above and beyond to try to escape their own karma, y'all. So I would recommend doing some more research about destiny swapping. But the main thing today was I wanted to open up dialogue for people to share their testimony. I also wanted to share my testimony as well. And what I'll do, because I'll actually do this regularly, because I am actually trying to grow a bigger community, like on my live and everything. So that way we can go back and forth and have this dialogue, and we can communicate about things like this, because as I can see, you guys actually have experienced similar situations, right? And that's what I want. I want people that have gone through these things so we can kind of reinforce, and we can, together, right? Come together and communicate about these things and figure out how to find solutions, or not even find solutions, but just build a better community amongst people who of like mind that don't get into that type of time, and they really trying to uplift and empower and utilize their story to empower people as well. And, a lot of times people don't even think that they would even deal or endure any of these things that we're discussing today, right? So let's see. Adira says, I'm so glad you are sharing your story today, right now. It's the domination mindset that fuels white supremacy and enslavement of indigenous people and the land, and it inherently lacks spiritual and emotional intelligence. Big facts. I was just talking about this the other day, that we have been gaslit globally. It's a global gaslight. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this system has bred narcissism, right? When we talk about the global gaslighting, we just was talking about the holidays the other day. We've been raised to accept lies. We've been raised to accept things when it benefits others, that are superior to us. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people who want to create this level of superiority over you, that is when they try to create these memes and things like that. Yeah, it's a war on the divine feminine. Big facts. That as well. It is a war on the divine feminine. And it's like the fact that, they place this demonic energy on the divine feminine. It's like, that's why we are in the state of the chaotic state that we are in now. But we are also, a lot of us, we are recovering as we ascend, as we empower ourselves and we become more aware. That is us restoring that divine feminine energy, y'all. So let's keep doing that. Y'all. I'm going to cut this live short, but I am going to, like I said, the next time that I go live, I want to kind of open the window for testimony again. So y'all make sure y'all come back and vibe with me on the next live. Okay, and I'm going to send y'all so much love. Thank y'all so much for vibing with me today. Peace and love. Mwah. And mwah.